Yo, what's up guys? Jaden here, back with another video. Today I'm making a video about how I transform my face from looking like this to looking like this. As you can see, the difference in my face is pretty big. In this one, my face was bloated, super bloated. It looked chubby. My nose looked larger just from being bloated. I weighed a lot more than I do now. My hair obviously looked a lot worse. It was shorter. It was right after I had cut it though. I had really long hair before, but I grew it out. I think my hair made me look a lot better. I had an eye bag. I mean, I guess I do still kind of have a little bit of eye bags, but in the picture, I think they look a lot worse. My eye bags, like the circles under my eyes. And then I had no confidence whatsoever in my looks. Like that was, if you look, that picture was in the gym, like in the basketball gym at my school, in the bleachers. And like, bro, just look at my face. I didn't look confident at all taking that picture. I was never confident walking around school. I didn't think anybody, any girls really found me attractive or anything. Now my confidence is way higher, like definitely way higher. Okay, so the number one thing that transformed my looks was changing my diet and fixing my diet to being as optimal as possible. The things that I did to fix my diet, number one, I eliminated all processed foods, everything processed. Like I don't eat any junk food, any fast food, anything that was like at a store that was processed, like nothing like that. Eliminate all of it. No one should be eating that. Next, I eat a lower carb diet. Not no carbs, which I think no carbs could be good for people, but I mean, I'm a little bit younger, I guess, and sometimes I want some fruit. I don't have carbs every day. Maybe whenever I do, I have maybe 50 to 100 grams. Most of it comes from honey, but also I drink raw milk a lot, so I get some carbs from that too. But you want to keep your carbs low all the time, because having a high fat, low carb diet is always the most optimal. The next thing is I base my diet around animal foods. Mine is based on raw animal foods. I know not everybody's that open-minded to where they're going to eat raw meat or raw animal foods in general. So if I was recommending this to anyone else, I would say eat only meat, preferably red meat, mostly eggs, dairy products if you can tolerate it. I wouldn't have any dairy. I wouldn't have any milk. I would still have cheese and butter, even if you were eating it pasteurized, but I wouldn't have pasteurized milk. But so what I say, meat, eggs, dairy, raw dairy, some fish, and then some fruit sometimes, and maybe some honey occasionally, kind of like the Paul Saladino, but way less fruit than he has, way less sugar. So I'm not going to go too much into nutrition on this video, talking about raw animal foods and stuff like that. I'll do it that probably in another video if you guys want to see something like that about eating raw food, and because a lot of people say E. coli bacteria or salmonella, something like that, about how you'll get sick or foodborne sicknesses. Yeah, personally, me, I always believe in testing out different things to figure out what actually works. I don't just because some stuff on the internet will say one thing and some will say the other. There's two sides to everything, so I try both and see if I actually feel good. Like for example, with say fiber, everyone will promote fiber. They'll say it's good for your digestion, good for your gut. I've used to eat high fiber. Now I eat like none, and people say two different things about it, but I've noticed myself that my digestion is way better eating high fat and little to no fiber than when I was eating fiber. My digestion was actually worse. I would get bloated. I would get constipation, stuff like that. The next thing I want to talk about for how I changed my looks is exercise. So I didn't really do any exercise. As a matter of fact, I haven't worked out in months, and my physique probably even looks better, but physique's for a different video. But to lean out my face, get leaner, lose weight, I didn't do any cardio, any exercise like that. It was just diet, really. For people who would want to lose weight faster, you could do cardio, but I would recommend only walking as exercise. I wouldn't recommend any running or jogging or any like weightlifting, unless really light weightlifting maybe, but any heavy lifting, anything that strains your body too much, is going to cause too much stress on you, which is, it's not good for you. Stress is not good for you for obvious reasons. I used to be a big gym rat. I worked out for years. I built a pretty good physique, and I noticed you don't really need to work out, especially on this diet. I don't lose any of my muscle. While I did lose weight, I lost a lot of fat. I kept pretty much all of my muscle. I won't say all, because I probably lost a little bit, but people still compliment me on my physique. I feel like it looks better because looking more lean, you can see the definition and stuff. I think having a good athletic physique is good to have. People like that. So I'm not like these people who say you shouldn't work out at all. I think it could be good for you to build a good physique, but it shouldn't be anything over the top or doing anything too strenuous on your body. And the last thing that I'll talk about for transforming your face is skincare. So pretty much all skincare advice online is complete nonsense. You don't need any products, any chemicals, all that stuff that you put on your face. You should avoid it all. The only thing that's going to make your skin actually clear and look better is fixing your diet, getting rid of all the bad stuff that's going into your body, which is where acne comes from anyways. It's toxins leaving out of your body. So if you avoid the toxic foods, you're not going to get acne. And then sunlight. I used to actually have really bad acne. I could show a picture on the screen. I used to have pretty bad acne. You can see now my skin is cleared a lot. So I know what I'm talking about. All I do to, clear up my skin, keep my face clear, I wash my face with water only every morning. I don't moisturize my face really. Maybe if it gets really cold, my face will get dry. So if I do moisturize, I'll use beef tallow, but that's it. I don't put any products, any soap, anything to like clean off my face or too much, right? And the reason why I said like I used to have bad acne, to prove that it's not just genetic why I don't have acne. I had bad acne, so it shows that it really did make a difference eating the correct foods and stuff like that. So other than that, there's not really anything else I did to change my looks. Most of the advice that you'll hear online is nonsense really. Like in the looks maxing space and a lot. Not all of it is untrue. A lot of it does help, honestly. But people who promote like things like skincare, and then they'll say like a balanced diet or something like that. Healthy balanced diet, it's nonsense. You should keep your carbs low. Don't eat too much sugar. Avoid pasteurized milk or pasteurized dairy products. And just get rid of all junk food. And your skin will clear up. Your skin will show. Your skin is a direct reflection of your health. So your skin obviously is one of the most important things for your looks. And then how lean you are to make your jawline look better. You can't change your bone structure if you're, an adult. So if you're young, obviously eating those foods are even more important because it could still develop your face to look better. But once you're, I did develop a little bit. I was 17 in that video. Now I'm 18. I'm gonna turn 19 soon. So I might have had some development, but mostly is just from losing body fat and clearing up my skin. So that's all the information that I have for this video. If you really want to upgrade and change your looks, the number one thing that you need to do is just fix your diet. That will change so much for so many people. So that's all. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.